Hey everybody, so we're about to start with the Fool. This is the first card of the deck, and it's symbolized by the zero card, the zero, because it's like a seed. So the Fool upright. So what does the symbolism mean when it's upright? So you've got this little bag or bindle over the shoulder, which means you can see that they're traveling light. Like there's no baggage from the past telling them what to do, where to go, or where to travel to. They're not carrying any map. Sometimes they're not even looking at the path itself. They are just walking onto like some of the old cars you literally see this character just walking onto thin air and like making a little bridge out of clouds. Like they're just manifesting their path as they go and they have like no baggage. They're just carrying that little bindle. It's just there's no map. They're just manifesting. And they have no concept. It's very much about the beginner's mind, just creating things as you go. There's usually a small dog at their heels, which means loyalty, protection, and guidance. The importance of having trustworthy people around. The small dog is really unable to keep up with the fool. Um, it would be wise to cultivate a relationship with these people, but they're kind of nipping at your heels and maybe getting in your way. They're usually so like when you're in this card, we only have 9 seconds left. Like really try to keep good people around you, even though they can kind of get in your way because you just want to manifest your path and uh, go where you need to go. There it is. So this timer goes off in my hearing aids, so like I can hear it, but you can't. Now we're gonna go on to what does it mean if this card is showing up for me a lot? So if you're getting the Fool a lot, it generally means that you're starting a new journey. Like it's not like a new variation on an old theme. It's usually like a brand new journey. Like you have no map, no guidelines, no idea of how to manifest this or how to go about it. You just have to have faith in what you're doing and manifest your new dream. And like that just seems impossible, but like it really you do have to believe in what you're creating right now because you don't have experience on your side. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have time or hi- history. You just have this dream. And so you really have to like lean into your dream and like be sure to keep in touch with loyal friends that you can like rely on and to guide you. A lot of people forget about that, but like remember, even though it's so exciting that you're starting this new thing and it feels like you're in this new vibe, like do keep in touch with your old friends because you will need them, even though right now they can kind of maybe not get what you're doing or not see your vision. Um, and the big thing to keep in mind is like it's okay if your ideas are lofty. It's okay if your dreams are lofty. We need dreamers in this world. We need people to dream and make big dreams and like dream up a new world. Like we need people to like be visionary and brave. And there's my timer. So be that person for yourself. I'm just putting the timer on for what does it mean when it's reversed? So the most obvious one is you might be being a bit foolish. You might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's a big one. So like you can actually be a fool, you know? And you might just not be thinking through things that clearly. And there's a very big difference between like I've done all my research and I know as much as I know and it's not much because I'm a beginner, but I'm gonna take what I have and like manifest a new path in a good way versus like just haphazardly, chaotically, just I'm just gonna do this new thing. Like you have to you need to check yourself before something bad happens because like you're not carrying that energy in a good way. Um, Second one is you might be hanging on to the past and really unable to move ahead with new projects. Like you might just be hanging on to the past and not being able to move ahead. And the last one is you might not have faith or optimism in the future. Like the fool is super optimistic. That's why they can dream a new dream because they're optimistic. And you might just not have faith or optimism. You might not believe in a future. You might be super depressed and just not be able to, yeah, really, there's a timer, um, be able to dream a new dream. Yeah, so that's, be kind to yourself if that's you. And the last one, what does it mean if the Fool reversed is showing up for me frequently? Um, Sometimes you just need to stop and take a deep breath, and allow yourself to get rid of some fears you have around starting new projects. If that's you and you're like afraid of starting new projects, just really taking a moment just to like inventory your fears and to see which ones are a bit unreasonable that you can just kind of let go of, because you're going to have some really valid fears that you can probably deal with in a pretty straightforward way. And then you're also going to have fears that are like just a bit irrational. And those are the ones to kind of like let go of. And the ones that are like these are real fears, like you just pragmatically deal with them. Um, this is cheesy stuff, but like if the full reverse is showing up for you, you have to do some self-care around manifestation, vision boarding, journaling, and just like imagining your future. Just activate your dreaming skills to compensate for your lack of being able to vision. Like just let yourself feel cheesy and do that stuff. Um, Sometimes, if you're being too wild in your new path and you need to rein yourself in, I've got 10 seconds, you have to really take advice from your friends. Um, Too much of the fool is can be too pie in the sky thinking. There's a timer in a way that can be unhelpful and not visionary. So yeah, like talk to your friends, get them to ground you, talk to wise people, and like ground your vision, because I have to stop. It's 90 seconds. Yeah, I I don't like the 90 seconds because I like to go into all of it in a deep way. So my apologies. And a little bit of a aside is you're like, which symbolism is the one for me? The one that feels right to you. The one that you're like, oh, this is really what feels right to me. And that's kind of how you would interpret the cards, is like there is a bit of discernment. You have to ask yourself which one of these sits with me, or if you're reading for someone else, you can ask them, listen, which one sits right for you? Like, which one of these do you think you are? Um, and then there's always like, if you are psychic and you're really good at it and you're very intuitive, you could always just intuit the readings. But I would warn against that for beginner readers because it takes a long time to develop a psychic skill in a way that's reliable and accurate. So I would just work at, just if you're reading for yourself, ask yourself which lands for you, and if you're reading for someone else, ask them what lands for them. That is my recommendation. All right, that was the Fool and a little bit of FAQ. All right, take care. Bye.